Okay, so in the next step here, we're going to find the coefficient of variation for both males and females. And this is a really useful measure because it tells us about the level of dispersion or variability. It's unitless. So if you were comparing, say, data from the States, which had different units, to what we use in Ireland, it would allow you show the variation in the mean relative to the standard deviation. So the term allows you to measure the degree of variation to the mean using the ratio of standard deviation to the mean. So a lower CV value tells you there's less variation in the data, while a higher is suggesting higher CV. So let's take these values here and start doing the calculations. So I'm going to bring this in here, and this was the female one here. We had a mean of 65.2 beats per minute and a standard deviation of 6.43. You can see mean and standard deviation here. The formula that we're trying to use here is this one. So it's going to, this was sample data. So it's going to be our standard deviation divided by our mean multiplied by 100. It's giving us our percentage variation. So equal to, and our standard deviation is 6.43 divided by our mean, which is 65.20, and star 100. And so if we bring this to, let's just see how many decimal places it wants it to. I think it's one decimal place. Yeah, one decimal place. So we bring this value here to one decimal place. So that's the variation, the CV value, the variation mean. And then we're going to go for the males in this one here. So the male values right here. So we can compare, was there much variation in the male data? And again, it's going to be equal to our standard deviation, which is 5.83, divided by the mean, which is 61.30 star 100. And again, we're bringing this to one decimal place. So similar values, indicating similar spread in the data. So if you want to show your calculations, we can just take a quick snip of the calculation that we did for the female by clicking on the cell. You can bring that in here. And the actual value, which is 9.9. And remember, it's percent because the percentage. Okay, and just delete, bring that to the left if I can. Here. And then the same with the male. We have the value that we worked it out to be 9.5. That can come in here. Again, I can just align that to the left. And to show the calculations, I'm going to click on this cell, and you see the calculations are up here in this window. So I'm going to just take a little snipping of this here to show how the calculations were done.